Okay, apparently I'm live somehow. It does not show on my phone that I'm live. It's working, what the fuck? And oh, 480p 60 FPS. We are back in the big business. So yeah, Ace Attorney. Hey, look at this. I managed to get it to work. Oof. That was a close one. Yeah, the OBS is good again. I don't know what I did. I uninstalled it, then reinstalled it. But it was a black screen. Then I opened it with admin rights, and then it worked. What the fuck? We were saved by your hair, but that's all that counts. Your hair? I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Huh, maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Ho ho, of course we are kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Well, now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we will find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks, Sniff. Okay, to be continued. That was the stream. See you next time. October 19, 3, 20, 28, 27 with these numbers. 3:27 p.m. Wright and Cole offices. That was a close. Huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry, I missed it. Maya? So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Finally, it's over. Finally. Now all I need is a motive and a proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. Hours. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. And in Hungary, it can expand to 5 years. The localization of this game. This takes place in Japan, but the US version takes place in America. Can I talk to you? The Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What, you mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. Was? Was my always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right, maybe we should go talk to VP? VP, Powers, right. VP. Okay, let me show you my... Sorry, I don't know how that will help us figure this out. No, she's not smug anymore. She's not smug anymore. Mia's favorite potty plant. Maya has been watering it so much lately it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture technique. Okay, there's nothing examine here. It's a studio. October 19, Global Studios, main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if you wanted. Yeah, you eat, you die. She's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Bye. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's soft pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to do. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Mr. Hammer? About Mr. Hammer. Alright. I heard about what you said today. Cheeky breaky. Yeah, this is the lawyer game, the official lawyer game. I don't know why the investigation is taking way too long in this game, but basically the court is the best thing in this game. When Edgeworth is losing it. This type of genre called visual novel. I heard about that. Yeah, poor old Hammer, you would drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so impossible. Yeah, they do. That's their game. Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume, then he left from here to go Studio 2? Right, but why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Huh? This could also be a detective game. I mean, these sections of the game. The mascot of the Global Studios. Apparently its name is Mr. Monkey. What? Misclick? No. This security camera takes photos of everyone who comes through the gate. It doesn't seem to be switched on today. Check my chat comments, plebs. Now says Studio 2. Huh. October 19, Studio 2 entrance. Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hi. Hello. Hello. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. What? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Poor girl. Oh dear. The Powers. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. Miss May, my Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh dear. Rector, I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manal. If you must talk about that man. Perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Eat this. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Why are you showing that to me? Oh. A light van for moving stuff and equipment around. They have kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it would run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? What? This is where Salmonella and Divaskas ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. What? Salide. Yeah, that's the same dialogue. There's something here, what the... There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty, they are taking good care of these. Don't get too close, that fence looks dangerous. The trailer door is unlocked. Go inside. Oh, fuck off. October 19, Studio 2 trailer. Maya? Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spent that much money on those sets. This is where they had a meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Can I pick them up? Nope. No one cares about those. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumbled document. An old movie poster. The singing samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurai sing about chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. What's next? Ninja Ballad? Incinerator? Apparently just put this one in. It's already covered in a suit. 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 They must not clean it much. Huh. Studio 2 is down that way. Studio 2, the real scene of the crime. Say, Nick, how did you figure that out? Well, actually, it's a long story. I tell you another time. Oh. You could be a great voice actor for these games. I'm bushed. Maybe I sit down here for a bit. This is exactly why I don't want to get old ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young. I still young. Oh, I can't go inside there. Entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. I don't have that card key anymore, so I can't go in there today. Yeah. Fuck off. Studio main gate. What is up, you idiot? Miss Oldberg, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking. Thank you very much. You can't even think? Think you can think? Think you can think, idiot? October 19, Global Studios employee area. I guess they are not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yar. No touching. Eek. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on the table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. The plate. So you are looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How? For the true examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. Oh yeah, right. This reacts to these sleeping pills. See if there are traces, it will change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? No, everything in due time, pal. Gumshoe. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright? So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills, looks like it. Steak plate. Found it in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. So Prosecutor Edgeworth. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of the Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? On the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Found on the table... What? Gotta stop myself from reading way too fast. That rhymed. Holy crap. That rhymed. Sleeping pill bottle found on a table in the employee area. Where's Jack Hammer's fingerprints? investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case and we already have against powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy this case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth though. Poor Edgeworth. Sword. Sword. Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Let's move into the dressing room. See Edgeworth. What is he doing? October 19, Global Studios dressing room. Empty dressing rooms like this are kinda lonely, aren't they? I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine. Yeah? Where is Edgeworth? What the? The guy said he was here. There's a box for snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. It's completely empty. I can feel my eyes burning into the back of my neck. Oh. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Well, we can be pretty sure VP did take a nap here, like he said. I'm not sure being drugged counts as taking as a nap. Mr. Powers' bag. I hope VP can pick it up himself soon. Soon. soon, Games. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I always check my hair though when I look in the mirror. Not quite as spiky as usual, I see. Spiky. There's an array of cosmetics here. This is the wig used in Samurai Boogie Boogie. Wow, you remembered, Nick. Thanks too. There are some regular suits in among his costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It's locked. I guess he doesn't open his window much. It is kind of dusty outside. There's nothing useful here. Absolutely nothing. Move. Employee area. Check that. I'm gonna check it once more. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. It's so normal. Okay. It was short. And the biggest grammar god. The best guy in the world. World and the biggest grammar god. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. The remains of employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Oh. Hello. Oh, my head! Oh. That literally hurt my head. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably near old Tokyo Castle. That grate still lying here. They have seen wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, I would just kick it off again. That poor assistant. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Exercise. Pheonix. Where you live. Move. Studio main gate. Move. Outside studio 1. Move. Outside studio 2. Okay, there's nothing here. Move. Back. Move. Studio main gate. Move. Detention center. He's still here? He's not the killer. October 90, detention center visitors room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you are about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Grin. Hey, VP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. Hahaha, I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Producer Vasquez, could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we have had enough. We had nothing but hits. Global Studios won out its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and oh, fuck, why did I skip it? JoJo is a good anime. And what? That she said. Probably I have never seen it. But, you know, many people like it. And that's the biggest meme when it comes to anime. For me, Monster was the best anime I have ever watched. Nothing, forget it. Not. I have only heard rumors anyhow. Director Monello. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Monello? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him, but now everyone knows this name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of Earth. Of the Earth. Oh, yes, you are right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business, but he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began the pretty little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global 5 years ago. Excuse me, thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way for me to help you. Sorry, Sniff. Excuse... You are useless! He's not even here. Wait, what happens if I... Oh. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess VP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But VP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you have done, but this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No. Talk, Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that the producer had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He would do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. Thanks. I have to go to dev. Good night. Well, thank you for being here and see you next time. Oh good boy. Oh good boy. Maya. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. Oh, gay porn. They were using the new studio too. Some sort of accident happened during filming. Oh, accident. After that they never used Studio 2 again. Wait, that fence. One of the angel symbol was diagonal. They left the film set on the way. They left the film set the way it was to. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean the last year samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. However, whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They are not going to make kids shows anymore. What the hell? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Studio policy. But why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. Want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai and you, Maya? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine, but Maya won't be. They will find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they will be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yes, I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. What should I do? What's this? This is why you can't stop the Steel Samurai. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Neither do I, Nick. Funny that I don't either. Oops, let's try it again. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Why? What the hell? That? I have no idea what I should present here. Let's try it again. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You are right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I have heard. Apparently, 5 years ago someone died and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer Miss Vasquez managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this Miss Orberg. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks, we'll try asking her if she will talk. She won't. Move. Employee area. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old Windberg doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their Darn it is to forget Hammer. Why do they... What do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who did you hear that from? Nichols. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Alright, anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers dragging up dirt on someone's past like that, and recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers, and you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? I have, idiot. Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Mr. Oldberg, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof. What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Hammer or Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so this is the plate that he used to eat the steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. This old bag? Okay, you win. I will talk. I'm tired. See? Tired of holding it all in. It's old bag? You are right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. Also, a paparazzi took a photo of it. The photo, well, it caused quite a stir. Guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced the paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see, Soka. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. How did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Here's an accident involving Jack Hammer. Okay. Detective Gumshoe must have left by now. He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him. The system must have gone off somewhere. The stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Oh, he's right. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? I will. Oldbag? Old. She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this accident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind? Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. The conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went soar of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose? This is what I mean. Where is your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ram him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, roses. So that's why she had that photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of the photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence, boys. What? Who are they? Professionals? They are good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? Unfortunate. It's a shame you will have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should the Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you will have plenty of time to think about that where you are going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No. Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you are coming down to the precinct with me now. Haha, idiot. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then in court. I'll be looking forward to it. What? You're a lifesaver, Gumshoe. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. No. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I have wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we will run into each other again soon. Well, Nick? This looks like we are getting close to the bottom of this, and who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. Oh, we are getting to the trial now. Nice. Save up the progress. Yes. Oh, yes. October 20, 10 AM District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, we are in the courtroom. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Willpowers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Why didn't I meet with Edgeworth somewhere? I should have met him. Where did I see that screenshot? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with the new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From the testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Playing with the words. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez, I am producer for Gruber Studios. On the day of the murder you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. What? Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I will catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Witness testimony. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp, it ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to the Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Saul take me. At 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Yeah. Saul and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Yeah, indeed. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Saw take you? The van? There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, but with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick, let's do it. Cross-examination. Save. Okay, I saved the game. Now I can spam objections too. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in either conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth, and please stop banging on your little desk, it hurts my ears. God damn. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I'm interrupting her. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No? The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Saw take me. I was fatigued, so I had Saw take me. Hold on. You had Saw take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Saw take me in Studio 2 when... Oh, alright. At 2:30 we took a 50-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? What were you doing that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Oops. It was a 50-minute break. Son and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the desk. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak. She didn't eat the steak? How could I prove that? Well, Nick, find anything? No! I kind of wish she would said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss, but I'm sure you will find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12. There was to be a rehearsal. I was fatigued, so I had Saul take me. At 2:30 we took 50 minutes. Saul and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. What the fuck? I have no idea what that evidence could be. Huh, as I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave a bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too? Let's choose that. You ate the bone too. Oh, Nick, are you sure? I mean, I love steak, but I'm even. I don't eat the bone. Hey, I don't eat it either, Mr. Wright. I too leave the bone. Can I try it again? I think I know how. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see, Soka. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the steel samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. Shows the murder weapon. Shows the attorney's badge. Wrong, Mr. Wright. But I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now. When you are going to present the wrong evidence, I can sense it too with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with the all sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. The murder weapon break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast, Edgeworth. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you are. Silence, liberal. I am the one testifying here and I'll be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you are saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray that what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Hammer? I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. T-bone steak. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order, order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident in Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Happened. Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Prove whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing stuff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? I know. Sir Manella did it. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed up the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. Well, what if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry the body. In the trailer? Or in the van? Interesting, let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1 and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Saw take me. There was a van there, right? I had Saw drive me. Used the van to carry the bodies to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Saul Manel that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manel was a conspirator? Huh. Of course he was. Of course, someone has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in a small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You are smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Huh? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean so it was you killed Jack Hammer? Yeah? Who can say? Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of the battle you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as the witness today. I'm gonna save here, dudes. I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I believe you. Ark, what do I do now? No further questions, Vasquez. You did it, Vasquez. Miss Vasquez, you did it. That wasn't the question. Did you do it? No, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to verdict. Ark, what do I do now? Testify again. I would like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You would ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Edgeworth, save us! Edgeworth, yes, Mr. Edgeworth, I was hoping to come up with a question, but I was interrupting, Your Honor. I didn't. Oh, I see. Very well. Objection. God damn this guy. Your Honor, objection. I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see a little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Very highly, I say ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth... After finding the body... As is Sal and Olbeck, the security lady, when we found the body. Wait a second. Text box off, low. Oh. Turn on vibration. Yeah, screen shake. Full auto skip. Okay. I was with Sal and Olbeck, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Security lady Olbeck was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issue raised by this testimony, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination? Okay, Nick, we are close, real close. She may be acting though now. But if you put her on the spot, she's sure to shatter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Yeah, cross-examination. I save here. Because why not? I was with Sal and Olbeck, the security lady, when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I would say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manello arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with someone else's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing anybody's into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy. The witness will continue her testimony. The system was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered the murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps, but no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence, that silence. Silence. Hey, Nick, why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady Olbeck was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Oh, but the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers has done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the steel samurai. Press harder. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She is not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in the meeting, there was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot of riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Why? The script and your direction notes? Yes, they are quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She wouldn't have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1, yeah. Order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action senses, so I left him behind. How did you know about that? How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Said the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here. On everything we have done this till now we'll have been wasted. We'll have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I was with Stahl and Oldberg, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldberg was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying clearly, I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scene, so I left him behind. Not Hammer was injured. Or Hammer? This Powers. Oh, I misclicked again. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured, it was Will Powers. What? How are they so idiot? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it, it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through at that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you that wrong person? Miss Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah, and when was he doing this? Well, it would have to be after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were so confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order, order. I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Mark, why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he had fallen on hard times, but he was a star. Had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove that she had the motive? Of course I can prove it. Okay. I have proof and I will show it to you. Actually, no. Let's save it to this one. I present to the court as evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in the murder. Found in the Manila used this van to drive us. JK. Maya, look, this is it. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? And why are you whispering? I was just testing it out on you. Huh? Well, I'm afraid your test results are negative. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor? Hurry up with it. We have a certain tempo we have to maintain here. Yes, Your Honor. Right, here goes. I present to the court as evidence to Miss Vasquez's motive is this photo. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you D. Vasquez used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for your petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright, we are talking about motives here, yet you have only thought about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never got rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain to Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder. Okay, allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. I have no idea. What didn't I show yet? Cody's camera. This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer. I will say it. All it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately, and I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the... Nick, we are so close. Think this one through, please. Yes, save. Whatever. God damn. It's not obvious. Mr. Wright, I will ask you again. Please explain to Miss Vasquez motive for the murder. She had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stars in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Mr. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So you did do it. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We are too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No. Please don't die, please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That she should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you are right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay, nice. October 21, 12 PM. This record defendant lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you are okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed the places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, VP. Oh, thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Edgeworth. Pheonix? Edgeworth. Say something right. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers, Sniff. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better. It would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease and certainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. Listen to me, Pheonix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's why I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What, friends? As if. They are rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess, oh. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You are going to watch it with me, right? I admit I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they would seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? If you have to trade with Cody and that assistant, fine, I do it. Isn't it great that VP gets to play in that the lead again? I wonder if they will show his face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the reveal of real powers. This case is over. I think it was like 4 streams, just this trial. I won. And there's yet one more. Brand new episode has been added. Yeah, I don't wanna see this, so... yeah, this was the stream. Ace Attorney, I didn't lose any frame, which is good. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Mr. Dude. Been here. The wartime. Thanks. I appreciate it.